Welcome to No Excuses. Today is another tips, tricks, and hacks to lose weight. And number one would probably be get a dog because, she keeps you active. Losing weight isn't easy at all. 100% not easy. But there are some tricks, hacks, and tips that you can do to make it just a wee little bit easier. Now, hopefully some of these might be things that you are learning and they're brand new. Some of them may be things that you already know. However, even for me, I find myself all of a sudden one day going, hey, remember when I used to do that? And I forget about some of these little tricks and hacks. And so hopefully you're either learning something or you're remembering something that you used to do to help you lose weight. So let me know in the comments if you have ever used any of these tricks. Number one is to use a smaller plate to trick your mind. Yes, we are going to trick your mind because weight loss actually kind of starts in the brain. It actually starts up here. And if you are tricking your mind into thinking you're eating a lot of food, you're going to be more satisfied emotionally, mentally, and that will convey into the physical satisfaction also. So if you have a big plate and you put a cup of food on it, the food is going to get dwarfed by the plate, and you're going to sit there and you're going to say, that's not a lot of food. And you're going to tend to end up hungrier because your mind is telling you it's not a lot of food. However, if you put that same cup of food on a plate that is smaller, the food's going to fill it up and you're going to be like, oh, wow, that's a lot of food. And your brain has already done half the work for you. You've already told yourself, hey, that's a lot of food. And your body is going to respond. Don't ask me how and what the mechanics are because I'm not a scientist. But it's crazy. It works because weight loss starts in the brain. And here you can see an example of it. I actually had a slice of bread on a big plate and a slice of bread on a small plate. One looks big, one looks small. It's the same size bread. So number two is to have an open-faced sandwich. Now, how is this trick going to help you? Well, you are going to make your sandwich the same exact way. You're going to put your bread on the bottom. You're going to put all of the toppings that you want and the fillings on top of that. And then putting that last slice of bread on top, you're not going to put that slice of bread. And by not putting that slice of bread, you are going to save yourself calories or Weight Watcher points or whatever kind of way you count your food. And you're going to cut carbs. So if you're watching your carbs, you've just cut your carbs in half. All by taking off one slice of bread. Sounds like a winner to me. Number three, think about switching to an open-faced sandwich. Now stop. I have not made an error in my editing. The last open-faced sandwich was to actually cut calories, cut carbs, cut whatever you're counting by taking something away. In this one, we are going to use the open-faced sandwich in a different way. Yes, we are. Because we're going to make two open-faced sandwiches. So you'll have two slices of bread. And then the trick is to not put extra filling in. If you use a tablespoon of peanut butter, you're going to use a half a tablespoon on one side and a half on the other side. If you use two slices of turkey, you're going to use one slice and one slice. That is the big trick. You can't double your filling. But if you can keep your filling at the same level that you would use for one sandwich and you make an open-faced sandwich, you have just tricked your brain because all of a sudden now you are eating a whole lot of food. Because seriously, you're eating two sandwiches. Oh yeah, I lost weight and I eat two sandwiches for lunch. Two! Did you get that? Two! We know the truth that it's just one, but an open face. But it tricks your brain. So those days when you're like, oh my word, I'm so hungry. One sandwich isn't just gonna do it. That's the day that you make an open-faced sandwich because then you're gonna eat two sandwiches and your brain is gonna think you ate a whole lot. Now, the other benefit for doing it this way is you're like, oh my goodness, I'm so hungry, I'm gonna blah, 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 blah. And you make the two open-faced sandwiches. And eating your sandwich as two different separate entities is going to slow you down. And by slowing you down, that means that your body is going to have time to say, yo, dude, stop eating, I'm full. And if you listen to your body, you're going to eat less. So I guess that's actually two tricks. Slow down and an open-faced sandwich. Number four, drink a glass of water before you eat. This trick is going to make you feel fuller. And if you feel fuller and more satisfied before you even start eating, then you are going to eat less. As a side note, much of what we think is hunger is actually thirst. There have been a couple studies and they show that between 40 to 60% of people that say they're hungry are actually not hungry, they're thirsty. Don't overeat because you're thirsty. Drink a glass of water about a half hour before you eat, and you're probably going to eat a whole lot less. Number 5 is kind of in line with the last one, and that is don't drink your calories. Do you know a can of soda, Pepsi or Coke, whatever, is going to cost you about 150 calories? A can of light beer is going to be between 90 to 120 calories. A can of regular beer is between 150 to 200 calories. A milkshake packs a punch of up to 1,000 calories. And if you think you're doing good by drinking sweetened iced tea, think again, that could be up to 200 calories. I know for me, I used to drink a lot of soda. I would drink a can of Pepsi or a bottle of Pepsi constantly, 3 or 4 a day. I was drinking my total daily intake of calories and still eating. It's no wonder I got to this position. Now, I'm not saying that you can never have another soda or another beer or another milkshake, because that's not life. But just think about it, because all of those drinks count toward your daily intake of food. You know, indulge when you want, but think about it, because if you're drinking a lot, you're probably using the bulk of your calories. I don't know about you, but I want to eat my food. I don't want to drink my calories all day long. Choose wisely. Know when and where to indulge. And there you have it. 5 simple and easy tips, tricks, and hacks to help you stay on your weight loss journey. As always, use what works for you and let me know if you use any. No excuses.